Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Walker Ford in sunny Clearwater, Florida. And guess what? We have some more new F-150 action. This is a 2021 new F-150. This particular one is an XLT trim with the Sport package. But before we get into this full-size truck that's ready to compete with the best of them, let's talk about what's going on here. The Ford F-150. That has been Ford's bread and butter. Best-selling truck, 43 years, and you know what? For 2021, they've decided to make some exterior changes and definitely bring some big changes, especially when it comes to technology, to the inside. Now, this particular F-150, what I'm liking about it compared to the other two that we've already brought to you here on Rady's Rides is that there's no chrome on it on the outside. And I'm really excited to showcase this. Plus, it's featured in an all-new color for 2021 on the F-150. It's called carbonized gray. So let's go ahead. Let's find out if the XLT trim with the Sport package, is that the one to buy? Is that the F-150 to buy? Or should you be going to a different manufacturer and buying their full-size truck? Let's find out together. Right off the bat, the styling. Like I said, new for 2021, we have some updates to talk about here. You can see our LED daytime running lamp. We have LED headlamps. I'm starting to accept these headlights. A lot of people are comparing them to something that you'd find on a GMC, but I am digging the way that they did the daytime running lamp. Very, very large, and kind of the way it kind of just wraps around the outer edge of the headlight housing. You drop down, you are gonna get those lower fog lamps, and you can see how the daytime running lamp drops into that fog lamp housing. So I do like that touch, the way it kind of waterfalls into that lower area. Like I said, no chrome. So we have on this Sport package, XLT trim, carbonized gray bumpers. Knock, knock, you know who that is? That's full metal bumpers. We come across the center section, you're gonna have a flat black grille. This is that new design, new shape for 2021. I don't know, I'm still on the fence. It hasn't totally won me over. I think I need to see all the trims, especially the Raptor, and then I'll give you my final answer. But you have that massive Ford badge in the center. I do like the design of the different elements of the grille. Nothing too busy, and it's full functional. We work our way down. Of course, you have where you're gonna be able to mount your license plate if you live in a state where it requires that. We have our flat black tow hooks on both sides. But I think one of my things that I like about the grille is on the side here, nice design and how it kind of drops into the headlight housing. I do like that style. Now, when we get up onto the hood, you can see we have some very intricate body lines. We have a simulated hood bulge. Somebody brought that up. One of the members of the Rady's Rides family called this a simulated hood bulge. So I'm digging the style. I just wish it had a little bit more rise to it. As we come around the bend, what are we working with on this XLT Sport package? Loving the wheels. So you have this multi-spoke, 6-spoke wheel design. I wish they would have kind of hollowed the centers out, made it like a split spoke, but I do like the gunmetal gray with our carbonized gray. There's just enough difference there to where it's working for me. Blacked out on the Ford badge. Wouldn't it have been nice if the Ford badge up front, instead of it being bright blue on our particular truck, was the same exact setup? I think that would have just kind of made it a little bit more clean, a little bit more unique, but this is a 20-inch wheel, 275 on the width, and a meaty 60 series sidewall, but it's working great on the side of this vehicle. You can see the beautiful body line that they put for the side fender, and I think this carbonized gray really showcases the form and function of what's going on in the sheet metal. Now, as we continue down the side, you are gonna get the redesigned side vents. These are functional. I like the way it's got the F-150 badge. It shows what trim you went with. XLT, you're gonna get flat black on the mirror caps. You got our optional LED lighting all the way around. There is your XLT running board, all flat black, good size. And you know what? It's pretty close to the body, so you're not gonna have to worry about it dangling down and catching on something. You do get color matched door handles, which is great. Of course, that unique design that separates Ford from all the other full size, maybe the Nissan Titan, because I would say the Nissan Titan borrowed this style from the F-150, the way you have that drop down. But I love the way the body line goes down the side of the cab. even this lower portion, and then the second body line on the side that I absolutely love is what happens once you get to the actual bed. I really love the way it kind of curves down and then goes into the edge of the fender. Another nice fender, hard body line. You can see all the framework, suspension and everything. Always like to look at that just because I love cars, I love trucks. I like to see all those inner bits. Of course, this is 4x4 capable. So we have the FX4 off-road package. And then as we wrap around the rear, I don't know, you tell me, do you like these taillights? It's like I look at them some days and I say, yeah, I like them. I look at them other days and I say, you know what, that's a big zonk. So I'm very curious what you feel about these taillights. If you notice, they did the same kind of design as the headlight on the side, curved it down. I think I like that part. I'm just not sold on the actual rear portion of it. But you're gonna have that new updated tailgate with the kick up for that aerodynamic flow to help get as many MPGs, squeeze them out of that MPG orange, how much juice you could get. F-150 stamped in the back as if it was stamped by Henry Ford himself. And then as we work our way down, of course, on an F-150, we're gonna have the tow package. Love all the hookup capability, rear metal bumper. And then as you come around the bend here, I wanna just showcase you do get a very tasteful, even on the XLT package with the sport setup, you do get this nice chrome tip exhaust, simple round cut. But you know what? Lots of surprises underneath the hood. What do we have for the F-150? Let's go find out. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hydraulic hood struts, just like always. Underneath the hood is probably gonna be the more popular of engine choices as usual. That is that tried and true, naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine. You're looking at 5 more horsepower compared to last year, so we're now looking at 400 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque. It is still mated to a 10-speed automatic, 0 to 60, 6.2 seconds. Quarter mile is gonna blaze by at 14.6 seconds at 96.3 miles an hour. The truck weighs 5,687 pounds. MPGs, 16 in the city, 22 on the highway. If you're doing truck-like things with your F-150, you're looking at a 3,325 pound payload. It could tow up to 13,000 pounds. Our particular one has an optional 331 rear diff, locking rear differential. And of course, because we have the FX4 package, we do have skid plates that are underneath the belly of this beast to protect those inner bits underneath the front and also underneath, of course, that fuel tank. But why don't we fire up this V8 and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the new 2021 F-150, our particular one, XLT with the sport package. I know you're saying, well, Joe, I've been waiting for this one. The other two 2021 F-150s, those Lariat trim, too much chrome for me. I like the sport package. I could see this in my driveway. How much is it? Now remember, this one does have some options. You're looking at MSRP of $55,000. One of those options is the Equipment Group 302A. So you do get some great technology in here, but let's see what you get for the total kit and caboodle worth of MSRP. To the new door panels. So you're gonna see up top, there's semi-soft material. It's like a neoprene material. What's interesting, there's a map of Michigan that they put, specifically of Detroit. So that's kind of interesting to see that fixture there on the door panel. I do like the nice metallic gray finish going on. Of course, you're gonna have a nice Twinkie tray in the center, at least hold 3 Twinkies. And then you know what? If you're making a run to Subway, you could get 2-foot-long meatball subs with extra parm, a bottle of Yoo-Hoo, and a bottle of Dr. Pepper to wash everything down. Now, when you get to the dash, I'm digging the material. It is hard as a rock, but I do like the texture of it. Also digging this almost like flat black wood treatment going on. Looks classy. There's more of that metallic gray. If you look at one of the other 2021 Ford F-150 videos, you'll see the differences. I'll leave the link at the end of this video. This is a compartment. Hit that button, bam. You can easily put 4 baseballs in there. That's how much room there is. If you don't want to play with your balls or hold your balls anymore, you can put your balls right in there. And then this is part of that Equipment Group. You're going to get the all-new 12-inch horizontal infotainment system. It's got Apple CarPlay, it's got Android Auto, it's all wireless, it's the Sync 4 system, which is great. And then you can see we have the navigation up. Is it a touchscreen? Of course it's a touchscreen. Let's go to features. I want to show you something that's really cool, this zone lighting. So when you go and look at the lighting setup here, you could actually put lights all 360 that will come on, LED lighting around your truck. Think about when you're camping. Think about when you're in the middle of nowhere. Nice to have that ability, all from the touch of a button. We go back, and then you could go into your towing and things like that. Nice checklist and all that to make sure everything is secure, everybody's safe. You can hit camera. There's our backup camera. And if you look, it fills almost all of the 12 inches, which is wonderful. Hit camera again, and we're right back. And then when you hit navigation, there you are. Let me throw it into reverse so you can really see with the trajectory, which is great. You got your Bliss monitoring system, that blind spot monitoring technology, and then we're right back to where we started. Pro trailer hookup knob, which is easy to get to, your start stop button. You do have your different drive modes and that push button ability to go from 4 high, 4 low, and 2 high, because remember, this is an FX4, so we do have 4x4 capability. Digging the radio controls, nice to have actual knobs. You do have dual climate, which is a great touch. Heated seats, but no ventilated seats. Nice large cubby. Loads of space. The only challenge is there's no lid. I wish there was a lid here, a cover of some sort, but you could easily put, I would say 24 Munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts. Just drop them right in there and pop them as you're going down your trip, down the road, or maybe going to work. You have a USB, a USB-C, and a fun new little nifty cell phone holder. Look at that. Hold your cell phone properly in place. No wireless charging at this price point, but you do have your 2 cup holders, a pencil holder, so you can keep your pencil super sharp. And then, of course, we have our key fob with the Ford logo. Same key fob. I wish they would have came up with a new key fob. It's kind of large. But what's great is you do have a nice banana holder on the side. 2 bananas. You won't have to scratch your banana. No guy wants to scratch banana. There is your shifter. That's going to control the 10-speed automatic. I like the leather work. And this does have that folding, shifting capability. Hit the button and it comes back. Love the metallic gray finish with the silver trim. This one does not have the optional workstation. So I'm kind of bummed that some of these newer ones, you couldn't have that option yet, but I would showcase it if I had the ability. You just have your standard armrest, nice and wide, good height. We lift it up. There's a workstation. You can fill that up with Doritos. Or you know what? It's actually plastic lined, so you could actually just pour a couple gallons of soda in there and get a straw, and you could just suck it right out. And then this could be your, I don't know, your peanut M&M tray. Give it to somebody as a going away gift. Here, take your nuts with you. And then we just put that back like that. Look, super clean, nice, like it. Seats, XLT, they are cloth, new style, nice grippy material, and then you are gonna have full electric assist for the passenger and the driver in this particular XLT. No sunroof, but you of course have tons of headroom here. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you the new dash and the new steering wheel in our F-150. All right, guys, business time on the driver's side. One of my favorite things about the new style on the door panel is I like the way they put the switch gear. Kind of extends out from the inside of the door to the outside, really close, especially when the doors are closed. There's that map again of Detroit, Michigan, the home base of the Ford Motor Company. And then when you're looking at the seats, I love how comfortable they are. And like I said, how much room you have. You have the electric assist with that lower lumbar. It says Ford, just in case you forgot what kind of truck you bought. Reminds you that you bought a Ford on the back portion of the seat, which is clever. And then another little clever thing is the Easter egg that they put with the American flag. Nice, classy touch. And I'm glad we're showcasing this because I'm really digging, like I said, that metallic gray finish really looks really good in here, and I love it. Steering wheel, I love the thickness, I love the leather, I even love that baseball style crisscross stitching. What I'm not in love with is the boring horn button. You got this new changed up truck for the 21st century, and we have a horn that looks like it's from 1965, a horn button. So zonking that, but I do like the gunmetal gray, flat black on the buttons. Dash is definitely 21st century, and I'm digging it. It's got an analog tach, analog speedometer, and then you have that massive digital display. Watch this when I go into different modes. First of all, at the bottom of the display, right above where it says what gear you're in, that's a picture of the F-150. But watch this. Turn the knob, we go from sport. You don't want to be in sport, you want to hug a tree? Hug a tree. There's your eco mode. I love the gauges across the top and the way they change color. Very, very clear. The graphics are wonderful. How about, obviously you're going to tow, you're going to haul? Look at that. It's like playing Gran Turismo back when you were a kid. Slippery when wet, deep snow and sand. And then obviously you could go into that 4x4. Really clever, the technology, and it's going to be able to tailor make the situation perfect for wherever you're driving your truck. But why don't we get to that backseat area, and then I can't wait to take this 5-liter for a spin. All right, guys, backseat time. And this is really where anytime you get into a full-size truck, it really doesn't matter what brand it is. There's just so much room back here. It's ridiculous. I wish my father's old 77 Ford F-150 had as much room that this F-150 has, but definitely backs of the seats, cloth all the way around. Nice, look how large that pocket is. You could easily put the whole autobiography history of Henry Ford, the book, in this pocket and have your passengers read it, and then guess what? Have them take some tests and quizzes about Ford Motor Company and win some prizes. You could actually win a new GT500 if you do that. Back console area, you're gonna have your 2 cup holders, nice command center. Look at this, they got you covered connectivity wise. 12 volt, 2 rear AC vents with the metallic gray finish. And then look at this, USB-C, USB, and a home power source. Bam, wham bam, thank you ma'am, right in your face. Back seat area, loving the overall room. I got plenty of room back here. The only challenge is you don't have an armrest on this particular setup. You do have the ability though to flip up the seat, and there is a new optional storage area which I can't wait to showcase for you. But you know what? Let's go ahead and check out the bed, see what kind of payload we could put back there, and then we are ready for some on throttle in this pickup truck. All right guys, time to open up the tailgate, drop the tailgate. Real simple, you're just gonna hit the button. It's got a nice soft release on an XLT trim. This one does not have an optional bed liner. Obviously you could add that in. This is your new tailgate. Now the sad news is we don't have one option with the work tailgate. That's gonna really open up the opportunities for people that do all sorts of construction work, maybe stuff at their home, where you could use the tailgate as a workbench. But you do have some nice new features for when you're going to Home Depot, to Lowe's, and you gotta have connectivity and tie down certain things even on the side. Nice to have these brackets that they've added to make it easier for when you are tying down using come-along straps and things like that. But you can see our nice wide opening. Our particular Ford F-150 does have the optional LED bed lights, which are nice. And then you also have a 400-watt power source at the rear, which is great. But I really like those LED lights. And of course you have the lights at the back of the cab. But you know what? If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this F-150 for a spin. All right guys, we're leaving Walker Ford. We're in the 2021 F-150. Right away, you're gonna be happy with the changes. This 12-inch infotainment system is ridiculous. And I actually like the infotainment better than the Ram setup. The Ram has the vertical setup, which still looks great, but this horizontal setup is so clean. The navigation takes up almost the whole screen. It's easy to get to, it's easy to navigate through, pun intended. But the Sync 4 system, they basically just took that Sync 3, added more magic to it. Having the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is a nice touch, new technology that a lot of people love. Of course, you're gonna get the full suite of safety features, the lane keep assist, the blind spot monitoring, all that good stuff. Instrumentation, straightforward and to the point. I think the best way to go, I know that new 12-inch display is wonderful, but seriously, I'm still happy with analog tach and analog speedometer, and then everything else digital looks really, really clean. You got the different drive modes. I love the interior space. It's so well laid out, just like last year's version, but with this new version, you're just getting a higher level of fit and finish. Everywhere you touch, it feels better in here. I want to do, as soon as this light turns green, we're going to do an on-throttle acceleration test. Remember, we have that 5-liter V8, 400 horsepower, and that slick shifting 10-speed automatic transmission. Even your passengers are going to enjoy this even more, especially this one with all that connectivity. But here we go, on throttle. Yeah! Nice V8 sound, fast shifts, smooth shifts from that 10-speed automatic, and then of course you get that V8 grumble, which is what so many people want in their full-size pickup truck. The great news is Ford gives it to you your way. It's almost like going to Burger King and having it your way, is because there's so many different engine options, from the 2.7 EcoBoost, the 3.5, of course this 5-liter V8, and I can't wait to get my hands on the very first hybrid setup in the F-150. That's going to be a really nice feature to showcase for all of you. But like I said, get into everything, all the extra compartments. There's so many new compartments. Somebody brought up a good question. If you're in drive and you hit the button to fold the shifter, will it fold? No, it will not do that. So don't think that you're driving down the road and you can fold the shifter down. You can't do that. It's a safety feature where they lock it out to where you can't do that. So I'm glad I was able to answer that question for many of you. All right, guys, let's take the F-150 out on the highway, on throttle, time to merge. So with the V8, you're gonna have no problem whatsoever getting up to speed. Nice balance of horsepower to torque ratio, get you going. 0 to 60 almost around 6 seconds. I think is plenty quick. And if you want quicker, you can, like I said, get the 3.5 liter twin turbo EcoBoost engine, especially if you're going limited trim and you're looking at 450 horsepower. But going down the road, ride's really wonderful. Great visibility as usual, especially the side windows, the way they have that nice dip. And then with the sport trim, you don't have to worry about shiny chrome all over the place. It's got a nice, modern, contemporary look. And I'm telling you, these side mirrors, new design, work really, really well. They got a great amount of real estate. It just feels weird because when you first look in the side mirror, because they're different, you don't feel like you're in an F-150. So that is something I'm gonna have to get used to, but they work super well and give you plenty of real estate to help you with the blind spots and whatnot. But visibility out the back is great. And just like I said, the seats comfortable. They're full electric assist. On throttle, here we go. Brakes feel good. Balance set up with the chassis. Look at this, super smooth. All right, guys, here we go. I want to kind of showcase how the truck handles. Remember, we have those 20-inch wheels. The ride quality is actually really smooth in here, which is great. Brakes feel good. Nice weight to the steering. I do have it in sport mode, just to let you know. But let's see how she handles in this left-hand bend on the brakes. Really nice, super stable. Look at this. Easy peasy. On throttle, here we go. Very, very nice. The 10-speed knew exactly where I needed to be. Comfortable ride, super smooth. You got the V8 growl, and we have some great new technology in here. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out, but I think if I was to get an F-150, the XLT trim is bringing a lot, especially when you get that optional equipment group 302A on that. But we're gonna get back to Walker Ford and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day here at Walker Ford. Definitely gotta thank Frank Walker, Weston Walker, Tracy, Austin, Mark, Greg, the whole crew, getting us access to another 2021 F-150. It really shows that Ford is raising not only the bar on themselves, but also for the full-size truck category. It's going to be interesting to see how this year plays out and how it competes from the best of the best from those other brands. But definitely, there's some nice additions compared to last year, and it's going to be interesting to see where this truck winds up coming out on top. And with this XLT Sport trim, I think you're getting some really nice options at a more reasonable price. But if you want to keep seeing full-size trucks like these on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera, queen of the full-size truck. She does it better with that camera than anybody else out there. Show Lori some love in the comment section. Lori, thank you for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.